we're going to get into the topic for this month was the politically exposed persons. Now, couple of things. Now, on the slide, you can see there's actually a variety of politically exposed persons that are out there. And I took this slide straight out of FATF guidance, and because they actually speak in broader terms of what politically exposed persons are, and they have a lot more nuance than what our guidance in the United States has. So it's just kind of illustrating that there's this concept of politically exposed persons. It's generally a little bit more broad than how it is dealt with in the United States. So we have our domestic PEPs, foreign PEPs, and then in the FATF guidance, they even get into international organization PEPs and family members and and close associates. All of that kind of comes into play with what we're going to talk about today. But I wanted to start with an area of ambiguity that we are seeing in both from exam teams going into banks, but then also problems with auditors that are going in. Because here's the thing. Our guidance, so the guidance from FINSEN and the Treasury and even the Department of Justice to some extent, it exclusively speaks about politically exposed persons, and they refer to foreign individuals. All right. So what we're seeing is that there are some exam teams. In fact, we know some financial institutions that were being criticized because their policies and procedures didn't address domestic PEPs. Right. So they were coming through. And, as a BSA AML officer, if you read through the guidance that's specifically tailored for us, in fact, I included out of the FFIEC exam manual, a very clear statement. It's in italics. It's the top of page 9 there, that the PEP is commonly used in the financial industry to refer to foreign individuals. Right. So our entire guidance structure refers to foreign individuals or foreign PEPs. Okay. You just need to understand domestic PEPs are a thing. We'll circle back to that in just a minute. Now, again, like I said, this topic was selected clear back in the beginning of December. So it was long before we, knew what was going to happen, which we just got done talking about. But keep in mind, though, examiners and in some case auditors are starting to expand this into domestic PEPs. Okay, so let's start with foreign PEPs. And again, right at the top of the, if you go to number 1 there, it says the agencies do not interpret the term politically exposed persons to include U.S. public officials. That's right there in our guidance. So if you do have an examiner who wants to come in and criticize you, and maybe they even want to give you a violation and say you didn't include domestic PEPs, the exam manual says, okay, everything in your exam manual that you're looking at, we don't interpret it to include domestic PEPs. Okay, so all the guidance out there, it seems to be exclusively talking about foreign PEPs. Now, all of that to say is that I can defend you. Like if you want to call it up and say, hey, Kevin, I've got one of those examiners in here and they want to cite us for this, I will gladly take that argument with you and, and fight the good fight that, no, that's not what the FFIEC, the FFIEC guidelines, that's not what they're saying. It specifically says we're looking at foreign PEPs. That being said, though, with the way everything's been moving, domestic PEPs are going to be more and more of a thing. Now, here's why I think that.